Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As mentioned earlier and as promised, I'm going to post the lesson late evening and the discussion also. If you can see here, let's go straight. This is from page 6 of your textbook. This is reading. Okay, if you can see here, there are several questions not for you to do in your exercise book, but something that you should do on your own to learn. Okay, let me speak in Bahasa so that you know clearly why are there these questions for you before you read the text. Okay, contohnya lah, katakan kamu pergi dekat kedai, kamu nak beli novel. Sebelum kamu nak beli novel, apa yang kamu akan buat dulu? Kadang-kadang kamu akan tengok dekat belakang, baca sinopsis. Kisah ini menceritakan tentang seorang ibu tiri yang sangat garang yang telah membunuh anaknya secara kejam dengan mengerat sebanyak 20 keratan. So, what are you going to do? Surely it will thrill you. Bestnya buku ni. It attracts you to buy. Okay, the same goes to reading. Before reading any text, it is advisable an activity for you to do is to answer some questions. Okay, jadi sebab itulah dia ada soalan-soalan ni. Itulah fungsi dia. Jangan kamu tengok kenapalah dia pula benda ni malas lah nak layan. Baca je lah terus, buat sajalah. Okay. You have to go through the process to learn how to be a good reader. Semua orang boleh membaca, tapi tak semua orang boleh jadi pembaca yang baik. Semua orang boleh baca dalam bahasa Inggeris, tapi tak semua orang boleh faham teks dengan baik. Ada orang yang dia baca-baca. Okey, baca, teacher kata baca. Baca dah. Teacher kata faham. Faham dah, dia tulis, saya suka menyanyi. Tapi dia tidak menjiwai perasaan. Ada orang dia cerita, saya suka menyanyi. Tapi dia sedih. Contohnya. Ada orang kata, saya suka menyanyi. Ada yang nada dia macam marah, perli. Okay, there are a lot of things when you are reading. Bukan setakat kamu boleh baca, bukan setakat kamu boleh faham, kamu boleh menjiwai message yang disampaikan. That is reading. Because you are already in Form 5, 17 years old. Kalau nak kata kamu ni nak baca semata-mata faham, anak saya baca bahasa Inggeris pun boleh faham. Sebabnya kamu nak kena tahu, kamu dah belajar bahasa Inggeris daripada tadika. Sampailah kamu usia 17 tahun, apa yang kamu dapat? Setakat mana, level mana penguasaan kamu dalam kemahiran membaca? This is why it is important for you to follow step by step on what is given in the textbook. So let me guide through it. Let's look at the question here. You have number 1. Look at these household chores. Who do you think should do them? Write C for child or P for parent. Okay, make your bed. Kamu rasa anak ke mak ayah? If me, I will say it's child. Wash the car, parents. Cook meals, parents. Wash the dishes. If it's up to me and my family, the tradition of my family, those who are called children, okay, anak-anak. Child is the person who should wash the dishes. Not all, tapi mungkin yang boleh dibuat bersama-sama. It can be C and P. Okay, number 5, do the laundry. Also, I think it's C and P. Does the furniture? Surely it should be the children. Okay, clean the bathroom. It can be both, children and parent. Sweep and mop also can be children and parent. Some of you might agree to my answer. Some of you might have different answer. Setiap orang ada pandangan yang berbeza. Sebab apa? Sebab mengikut tradisi kebiasaan keluarga masing-masing. There might be some of us who never swept the floor. Tak pernah langsung sapu sampah. Teacher, I never mop the house. I have my bibi. Yes, you have your bibi. To others, it might be different. Okay, setiap orang ada cara yang tersendiri. However, okay, ni kita tak cerita lagi ni. Tapi macam orang kata permulaan. apa dia teks ni nak cerita. Okay. So number 2. Which of the chores in one do you do? Yang mana yang dekat dalam satu ni yang kamu buat? If me, yes, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even as a child, I did this whole 8. Okay, walaupun sebagai seorang anak masa saya tak kahwin lagi, I did all this. I did wash my parents' car. There's nothing wrong to me. Number 3. Read the article about helping out at home and decide on the best title for the article. So if you can see here, the best title is B, When a Household Falls Apart. Tapi ni sepatutnya masa kamu dah baca. So what is the text about? Okay, bila kita dah buat, bila kamu dah melalui proses ni, jawab soalan, kadang-kadang macam kamu tengok dekat buku cerita. Kadang-kadang kamu tanya, pernah baca tak buku pasal Mak Tiri? Entah, tak pernah pun. Pernah baca tak? Pernah dengar tak? Ada kes Mak Tiri kerat anak sampai 20. Ya ke? Pernah tak tahu kenapa Mak Tiri tu buat macam tu? Entah, tak pernah tahu pun. Lepas tu kamu berbincang. Bila berbincang dengan perbincangan tu, soalan-soalan tu menimbulkan perasaan ingin tahu. So this kind of things is what you go through before you read the text. Kamu dengar orang cerita, ada berita lah semalam, berita pasal pemandu mabuk langgar orang sampai mati. Sometimes what you feel is, you feel like you wanted to read the news. Kamu carilah berita tu dekat dalam Facebook, dekat dalam akhbar, dekat Google. Kamu cari, kamu jumpa, kamu baca teks tu, cerita tu, berita tu, kamu puas hati sendiri. Okay, so this is the process. Let's look at the next one. The next one is, yes, dirty dishes in the sink, dusty furniture, grubby carpets, filthy floors, lantai kotor, unmade beds, overflowing rubbish bins, and smelly laundry in the basket. Could you live in such a mess? If you ask me, no way, I can't. Okay, here, I believe that you have read the text. I'm not going to go through everything. But what do you think of the text? If you read here, in the past, women stayed at home and did all the household chores while men went out to work. The father or sons rarely helped, but sometimes the daughters did. However, those days are long gone. Dulu-dulu anak perempuan tolong mak buat kerja. Bapak dengan anak lelaki dia lain cerita sebab bapak cari rezeki. So what do you think about now? Even the mothers are working. Okay, are you one of those teens or do you help out? It's a sad fact that just when children are matured enough to really help in the house, they become too involved with their schoolwork. Dah besar, boleh tolong, sibuk dengan kerja, sekolah, nak buat part-time job, nak ada aktiviti co-curriculum petang, balik-balik, mak penat, tak boleh nak tolong. Is that how you are? The truth is that no one is too busy to do these simple chores, and anyone claiming otherwise is probably just being lazy. So what happens when parents become sick and tired of their children's excuses? Okay, here it says, Jessica Stilwell faced this very problem. Her 3 daughters didn't leave a finger at home. 3 anak-anak dia, jangan kata nak lend a helping hand. Okay, lend a helping hand ni bagi bantuan. Nak angkat jari pun tidak. Pemalas, si amat. Tu nak cerita. So she went on strike. It all began on a typically busy Saturday. Mengamuk. When Jessica was rushing around all the town, taking her daughters to and from sports, shopping for the family, and running errands, that evening, when she put her feet up for the first time all day, she looked around at the mess in her home and realized with a shock that she hadn't made any of it. Stilwell went on strike there and then and stayed on strike for 6 days. 6 hari kau, mak dia mengamuk, mak dia merajuk. Incredibly, they didn't even notice what was happening until day 3 of the strike. Hari ketiga baru dia perasan. Next, by then, dishes had piled up the sink. Masa anak dia perasan tu, sinki dah penuh dah dengan semua pinggan-pinggan, mangkuk. Dirty plates were still on the dining table and smelly socks were on the bedroom floors. Penuh tu. Busuk-busuk stoking-stoking tu. It wasn't until day 5 that the girls started to clean up the house, blaming one another for the mess. 3 orang anak-anak dia mulalah bergaduh. Hang lah ni yang tak kemas, hang lah ni yang sepahkan. Hari ke-5. During the clean-up, Stillwell sat on the sofa drinking coffee that her daughters had made for her. Anak dia yang buatkan untuk dia. Stillwell says it was shocking to see how much of what she did for her children were things that they were perfectly capable of doing on their own. Dia terkejut mak dia ni. Rupa-rupanya selama ni apa yang dia buat untuk anak dia, sebenarnya semua tu anak-anak dia boleh buat. She hadn't asked them to help because she didn't want to argue with them or because it was faster and simpler to do it herself. So what's the situation in your home? Do you do your fair share or do you expect others to clean up after you? If your mom or dad went on strike, who would break first, them or you? If you were to ask me, I don't agree with this. This is not a very good thing for any to do. Not the parents, not the kids. Bukan kamu saja. Kita semua kena belajar, masing-masing ada tanggungjawab dan peranan masing-masing. Walaupun sebagai seorang anak, tak semestinya kamu tak boleh nak buat. Besok-besok kalau mak dengan ayah tu merajuk tak apa lagi. Kalau mak dengan ayah tu tak ada. Tak tahu macam mana tak ada tu. Tak ada tu tak nak sebutlah kenapa tak ada. Tak ada, apa yang kamu akan buat? What you will do. So let's look at the question. 5 sentences have been removed from the article. Choose from the sentence A to F. This is the same like your PT3 questions. However, you still have it for your SPM. Ada lagi dekat dalam SPM macam saya dah terangkan dekat kamu format SPM yang terbaru. Only that you have to do it in quite a long text. Dalam teks ni. So let's look at the answer. Here I have the answer that you can use to check. Number 1 is D, donkey. 2, apple. First number 3. 3 is F here. Number 4, C, cat. Number 5, E. Yeah, that's all E. If you were to ask me, teacher, how am I supposed to guess? It's not just a mere guess. Bukannya kamu boleh teka biasa-biasa. Okay, one thing that you need to learn is guess the correct way. Cara kamu nak teka, kamu nak kena tengok idea daripada ayat yang sebelum. Kalau ayat yang sebelum cakap pasal kucing itu kucing saya, takkan tiba-tiba cakap kucing itu suka makan nasi. Betul? Kucing itu kucing saya. Saya belinya di kedai haiwan. Ataupun kamu cerita pasal nama. That's a basic thing. Secara logiknya. And how to do all this kind of things. How to guess lagi. Teacher, saya dah cuba teka dah tapi salah juga. Reading. Do a lot of reading. You ask yourself, logiknya, yang ni kalau dia cerita pasal atuk dia meninggal, mestilah lepas tu cerita perasaan, sedih ke apa, takkanlah meninggal terus tanam. Kan? Dia ada elaboration. So those are the kind of things that you can practice while you are reading, asking questions. Okay, next, let's look at number 5. Complete the sentence with the correct form of these expressions. So these are the answer, but let's look at the meaning. First one, be sick and tired. Kita tengok terus dekat ayat. Jenny shares a flat with 2 other university students and they all do their fair share. Masing-masing buat tanggungjawab masing-masing. Number 2, Jim's not at home right now. He's running errands for his dad. Ayah dia ada suruh pergi kedai. Dia bantu, dia tolong buat sesuatu untuk ayah dia. I am sick and tired. Dah tak larat, dah penat, malas nak layan. You look exhausted, Terry. Why don't you put your feet up? Berehat. Next one, lend a hand. Tolong, bantu. Didn't lift a finger. Ni jari pun tak angkat. Maksudnya malas sangat. Okay, so that is all for today's lesson and discussion. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.